Hey guys, so I made a mistake. I backed up my my tractor to the trailer, and the trailer seemed like it was too high, but I kept on backing back and wind up letting my plate go behind, my fifth wheel plate go behind the kingpin, and it was stuck. So I had to, let me show y'all. I had to crank the trailer up, which is hard because it's loaded. And I cranked it up as much as I could. And then I thought I had to let my air up on my fifth wheel, and then I hooked my trailer up to the trailer to let the trailer up some more so that I can crank it. But you see that pin right there? My plate, which is right here, was stuck behind it. So I finally got it out. So now we're gonna, hook up and make sure we're good. I'll be back. All right, so it looks like my locking jaws are locked. And everything is intact. So I'm going to do a tug test real quick again to make sure that my trailer is hooked on good. Okay, looks like it's hooked on good. Another opportunity for learning and not to make the same mistake again. Hey guys, so I'm back. I'm moving. Whew, that was a lot, and that was a learning experience. I wound up calling safety, calling roadside again and sending them pictures of what it looked like.
Turn left on Greenfield Drive, then take the first right.
What everything looked like before and after. It looked good to me, but I had to send them pictures of what it looked like before and after to make sure that I was safe to leave, that my trailer wasn't gonna come unhooked from my tractor. So they said it looks good to them, and if I felt comfortable, I can go ahead. So I am on the road.
Turn right on US 51.
And I am going to be about an hour late and meeting the other driver. But I'm moving, so.
In 4.25 miles, keep right to US 45 North.
It says I'm 3.5 hours away. It's 10:14 now. And I had the window between 9 and 12 to meet him at the truck stop. But I'll be there around 1:30. It's all good. Mistakes happen. We're human and we learn from them. And we keep it pushing. So, yeah. See you in the next clip. Hey guys, I wanted to get back on here real quick. Don't mind my hair, it's gonna start at frizzing up. But I wanted to get back on here and add something to what I was talking about earlier as far as what you need to do before getting your CDL, when you're thinking about getting your CDL. this is very important. Trucking, over the road trucking, is not no regular job. You know, a regular job, you could work anywhere from 20 to 40 hours a week, maybe even less than that. If you work more, it's because you're working overtime and you're choosing to work overtime, or you have mandatory overtime for a certain period of time. Trucking, OTR trucking, is not that. You're paid by the mileage. You make money only when you move, unless there are circumstances where you have a clock that you can move and you're ready to move, and they don't give you a load to go out, or they don't make your delivery date where they know that you will be there, or you can't deliver early, and all that, those type of situations. Other than that, you don't make any money if you're not moving. So it is very, 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 very important that you're able to advocate for yourself. You have to be able to and be willing to advocate for yourself. Because if you don't advocate for yourself, nobody is going to advocate for you. And I'm talking about mainly when it comes to your pay. You sign a contract, you're in a contract most of the time, working for them because they paid for you to go to school or whatever, if that's the case. But even if that's not the case, they say they're going to pay you this amount of money, and they say that you have to get this amount of miles per month, or whatever the case may be. Every company is different. You need to be making sure you're getting your miles. If you're not getting the miles that was promised to you, if you're not making the money that you need from what you calculated on to be able to survive and pay your bills, you have to be able to advocate for yourself. You need to be able to, number one, talk to your dispatch. If you're talking to your dispatch and they're still not giving you any mileage and you wasting time, you have a 70-hour clock. You work 70 hours every week. You on this truck every day. You got a 70-hour clock as a truck driver. That's what makes it different. You're not on 20 hours. You're not on 40 hours. You're on 70 hours. So you should not be over the road 70 hours and not making at least enough money to cover your bills. You should not. And if that's the case, you need to advocate for yourself. Take it up the chain of command. Talk to your dispatch. Hey, I need more miles. I'm out here all these hours, but I'm not getting the miles to fill the hours for me to make some money. Your dispatcher ain't changing. Go to HR and talk to HR. Look, I want to work for your company. Your company is a good company, but I need to be able to at least be able to pay my bills, and I'm not getting any mileage. What can you do? Is there a possibility of me switching my dispatch? Is there a possibility of you talking to my dispatch to make sure that I'm able to get the miles or whatever? You have to advocate for yourself. I know in these times right now, loads are low. So with certain companies, they're not getting the loads. But when there's a situation where you see other drivers that are getting miles, 2,500, 3,000 miles every week, and you one of those drivers that willing to go anywhere, don't have no restrictions, every time they send you something, you do it and you ain't complaining, and you're not getting miles, you're not getting more than 1,000 miles, 1,100 miles, or whatever, you need to advocate for yourself and see what's going on. Sometimes it may be something that's out of your control, but if you don't say anything, if you're scared to say anything, if you choose not to say anything, then you're not going to make any money. And then you're going to have to make the choice. Am I going to stay with this company, or am I just going to suck it up and not make no money to be able to pay my bills? That's just the reality of truck driving. That's something that you need to think about beforehand. Can I advocate for myself? Especially as a female. This message is mainly for my female drivers. I know some male drivers have the same issue where they're not advocating for themselves, but females have one strike against them because this is a male-dominated industry. So a lot of times they feel like you're not capable of doing the job, and you know what you're capable of doing. So you have to advocate for yourself. Otherwise, you're not going to make at least the money to pay your bills. At the minimum. If you done did your research and you found a company, they paying well enough for you, and you're not getting the mileage to coincide with that, you're not going to make the money. It is very important that you're able to get the miles. They're already paying you pennies because you're a first-year driver. So they're already paying you little over nothing. So it's very important for you to advocate for yourself to get every last one of those pennies that they promised that they was going to pay you. I just thought that was something that I need to add to this video, because you can't come out here to this trucking industry off of I can make a lot of money, but then don't advocate for yourself because they're taking advantage of you. So that's all I wanted to say for right now. I'm 18 minutes away from the truck stop that I'm going to meet this other driver. I ended up being 2 hours and some change late because of the mishap that I had earlier, but it's okay. Once I swap with him, I'm going to drive as far as I can and stop as early as I can to where I could get me a parking, because the closer I get to Atlanta, the less likely I'm going to be able to find parking. So my goal is to drive far as I can, but be able to stop early as I can so that I can get parking for the night, and then get up early and drive the rest of the way to deliver this load and go home. So I'll be back in the next clip. Hey guys, so I made it here to Hamel, I think that's how you say it, Illinois, and me and the other driver, we swapped. So now I'm on the way home. Yeah, I'm on the way home. It's 574 miles away. I am gonna stop in about 187 miles. That's gonna get me into Kentucky. It's gonna get me to a Love's in Kentucky. That's where I'm gonna stop at. About 6:30. It's 3:30 now, so about 6:30 I should be stopped. And reason I'm stopping so soon, I got 4 hours on my clock, but I don't want to run my clock down. That's number one. And two is that the closer that I get to Atlanta, the harder it is to find a parking space, because the truck stops and stuff are smaller, so the harder it is to find a parking space as it gets later in the day. So I want to stop early for those two reasons, and the other reason is so that I can start early enough to where I can get to my delivery early. So yeah, I'm on the way home. It's so exciting, so exciting. I'm a little worried about backing into the place that I'm going to, because I was looking up what the place looked like and the reviews and stuff, and the reviews are not good. So I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to keep my head in the positive and say that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So I'm going to say this is going to be an easy back, so that prayerfully it will be an easy back. But yeah, I just wanted to get on real quick and let you know that I am on my way to Georgia. Georgia. Oh, sweet Georgia. Y'all don't be picking on me with my singing, y'all. But yeah. I'll see you in the next clip. Good morning, guys. So I am home here in Georgia. I made it home. I got home late Friday evening. Today is Monday morning, and don't mind my hair. Don't mind my hair. Um, and through the weekend, I had to move my stuff back into my apartment. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but when we went through Hurricane Helena, I was out training on the road, and I found out that I had to move. So I moved all of my stuff into storage, and 2 weeks, 3 weeks after that, my landlord was able to offer me the apartment back once he get the light posts fixed, because I had to move because the light posts, a tree fell into my neighbor's roof and it knocked the whole power pole down. So he didn't know when it was going to get fixed. So I had to move. So I moved, and he offered me the apartment back once that got fixed. So it got fixed, and I just moved my stuff back in this weekend. Um, this is part of the season. My house is a mess because me and my son did it by ourselves. I got the moving truck, and we moved the furniture in by ourselves. And not only that, I'm going through with my leg from trying to get home. I'm having pain in my leg, so that what made it even harder. But nothing is in its place. Everything is all over the place. So I'm gonna show y'all real quick. So I managed to get my bed put together or whatever, but nothing is really in its place. Everything is all over the place. So this is what my living room looks like right now. I have some furniture that's gonna be coming later in the week. But the whole idea was for us to be able to get it in the apartment, and I will work on putting everything away. But everything is that I had in storage is in my apartment. So I got work to do. This is the lunchroom. Waiting on my washer and dryer to get here. Like I said, my furniture is coming Thursday. I got a washer and dryer coming, and my living room is coming because I had sent all that back when I moved. But yeah, I'm going to work on the boxes that are in my corner right there, putting my clothes away. And I'm going to try to get my dresser, both of my dressers that I have in the living room, back in here today so I can put my clothes in the drawer. And we're going to see how it goes. So, as this, I don't know, this is weird that I'm showing you my house looking like this, but it's authentic. It's part of the journey, it's part of the season. So, I said I would show it. And you're going to see as I get it done. See you in a bit.